called it on one of the shows. We did chicken tenders, we did French fries. Now we're doing ribs. Anybody can do ribs. My 12-year-old stepdaughter's standing behind me as my camerawoman, excuse me.
Technically in front of you.
In front of me, whatever. She can do this. Anybody can do this. The easiest way to do your ribs is to bake them. Some people want to boil them. Some people think they're better on the grill. The way I do it is, I'll show you how, but I do what I call a dry rub. We can make our own barbecue sauce. I'll show you how to make your own barbecue sauce. It is just a base. You still have to use barbecue sauce base. I'm not making it from ketchup. Don't think that highly of me. But I'm going to show you guys the easiest way to do it. Come on in here. So if you can already see, I took off like skin of the ribs. There's a layer on here that comes on. I'll try to show you on this one real fast. Be very careful while holding a gigantic knife like myself. Doesn't want to go into the... There it goes. Okay. Puncture. You can use the whole thing to rip it open. You can use scissors. Whatever. Bust this open. I like to do this when they're room temperature. Makes it easier. So, bam. There we go. So, what we're going to do, we'll flip this. And so, it's the top one. So, the easiest way to do this, hear the bone. Hear the bone. You want to get under here with your knife. You can already see like this flap coming up, right? Okay, so you want to get it. Really kind of want to make a nice little pocket. Something to grab. Problem is like it's going to be very hard to grab. So, here's a little tipski. So I can actually... get underneath there the way... That's what I want to do. That's what you want to do. Right. Hang on to that right there. Our best friend, paper towel. Okay, we want to grab where I cut, which is up here because I'm grabbing the wrong one. Grab it. Use the paper towel to help give you grip. And just like that. Off it comes. There's still some up here. I'll go up and trim it. Sorry, kid.
It's alright.
So, you want to throw that with your little waste pile. That little click sound you may have heard, may not have heard is our oven. It's already ready. You want to do it at 350. This is as low maintenance as can be. There we go. Okay. Actually, you know what? There wasn't much up there, so I think we're okay. Alright. So, trash pile. Alright. Dry rub time.
They look so different from on the camera. And
4K video does wonders, kid. It does wonders. Alright. Garlic powder. There we go.
oops.
We're going to do one side of all these seasonings. We're going to go one by one. Flip it over. Do it over again. Take your nice gloved hand or washed hands. I prefer gloved hands. Give it a rub. Then we'll finish it up. It does finish on top of a grill. Don't trip. It's going to get some stuff on a grill. So we give it nice, good, liberal amount. Garlic it. Okay. Same thing, onion powder. I use practically the same seasonings in most of my stuff. Somebody's already going to tell me that. I know. Guess what? It all works. Just a little bit of paprika. Just enough, because all paprika really does is give our food color. Gotta have pepper. And nothing's any good
Without salt.
without salt. There you go. The kid knows. She knows. So then we flip them.
Oh, that's really
Actually, you know what? Make it easy on yourself. Before you flip them, give this side a rub down. You want to get in there. Okay.
Reminds me of when me and my sister were making chicken.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think for the next one, what I think we'll do is I'll have it started out, and then I'll have you jump in, and you can be my apprentice cook. But for right now, you're still the cameraman.
That's
which is
totally fine.
We're gonna have a little bonding before we all go back to school and work. So, everybody likes to bond. Yes, I'm a little extra with my pepper. Pepper does wonders. Okay. Get in there. Get nice and in between. Get on top. That's the point. Okay. Now, flip.
A flip it.
A flippy and a flippy. It's okay, no problem. I'm going to wash my hands. Nobody freak out on me. All right. Okay. Now, you're probably wondering, what's next? It can't be that easy. Guess what? It's really not. I'm joking. Bam. Apple cider vinegar. Pan you don't care about. That's one thing I want to emphasize. If you don't care about your pans, you don't care that they look beat up, because this is exactly how it has to go. Got to go just like this. So you want to take some. Not a lot. A little on that side. A little on that side. If it gets on the meat, doesn't matter. All it's going to help do is tenderize. You want to kind of give a little slosh around. As you can, it smells good. As you can see, there's got some liquids. That's all it needs. Maybe at most a tablespoon and a half. You want to be crazy with it. Now this is why it's so easy. Again, our oven is set at 350. Yes, the apple cider vinegar does get a little overpowered. So try to do this quick.
I don't like the smell of vinegar in general.
Nobody likes the smell of vinegar at all, kid. Alright, I like to double it up. Just helps. Okay. Bam. Simple. Now, in the oven. Okay. You think that's going to take a long time? Well, you're right. It's going to take you about an hour and 15, hour and 25. It depends on how much you really like your poultry cooked. I don't recommend you go any longer than 75 minutes, which is an hour and 15 minutes. So that should be your timer you set. We got, what is it, 128 right now. That clock's a little ahead. So we'll call it...
It's 126.
So call it 220. 220, we take them out. Then what we do is we take them downstairs to the grill. They legit get 3 minutes on each side, strictly for grill marks, because they're already going to be fall off the bone cooked. And then we're going to add sauce. So very quick. You can do it one of two ways. You can just buy the best there is, which is, I personally feel like everybody should be using this one. But if not, we can make one very quickly. If I have it, that is. I don't. Never mind. On another one, we will use a different one. But if you have like a plain... If you have a plain barbecue sauce, it's just a original flavor, you would prefer a honey barbecue, something like that, I recommend you take your plain barbecue sauce, you add a hefty tablespoon, of brown sugar, and about a half a tablespoon of honey. You give it a great mix, and any barbecue sauce will be 100 times better after that. So when we're done, we're going to take these guys out, show you how they look like, and then I'm going to do a little solo cameraman work when we throw them on the grill. You can hit the button now.
Like the stopper.
Alright, so about 75 minutes later. Oh. Again, solo cameraman. Oh yeah. Ooh. Yep, that happened. Lots of juicies, lots of juicies. Try to be careful about this. Ooh, hopefully you can see the steamy coming off of there. Look at the steamy. Oh, look at that. Oh, so good. Okay. So actually I'm doing a bunch of stuff at once. These can actually hang out underneath this foil and be just fine. They'll actually continue to cook. So what we're going to do is when I'm done with all my other stuff, we're going to take them down to the grill, 3 minutes aside, while we add some barbecue sauce, and they're going to look like the greatest thing you've ever seen. Alright, so it's grilling time, and you're already looking at it. 300 degrees is where you want it. What I recommend at this point, it is windy. It's like as high as it goes, this lovely thing right here. Yes, this is like an apartment one. It's actually brand new though, so it's kind of badass. So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put them on there. You're going to want to put them meat side down first. So, and then what we'll do is we'll coat the bottom part of it, and then we'll flip it 3 minutes aside. Alright, so bottom is coated, it's going. Turning this heat down just a tad. We can leave it open. There's going to be a shit ton of juices. Make sure you dump that out before you take it onto the grill. Otherwise you don't want to splash it on yourself. Just give it the old like heave-ho. Trust me, it'll be a lot more than that when you first take it out of the oven. So again, 3 minutes aside. It has since cooled down mainly because of the wind, but with the heat, it'll pick right back up by the time you get to the 3 minutes. We don't have a whole lot of barbecue sauce left, which is kind of the point. You don't want to over sauce it while you're cooking it, because otherwise you're just going to get globby and it's going to make a mess. You want to get it nice and coated, allow it to get baked on, and you can add any more after the fact. So, and I'll show you all that fun stuff when we're done. And ladies and gentlemen, there is your finished product. You can go longer on the grill if you like. Again, I only recommend 3 minutes aside. But you do want it at about 300 degrees because they are fully cooked through, thanks to the bake. That is a small coat of barbecue on the front and the back. You can full-blown add more if you like, which is what I'm going to do, because we like barbecue sauce around here, especially on our ribs. So, luckily for me, I didn't mix in one, so I don't have to turn around and mix again. La da doo, la doo. Again, not endorsed by them, but probably the best barbecue sauce you can get your hands on, my opinion. And I am using a rubber spatula, which you can actually get like anywhere. Some people like to use them mainly for like baking because it's easy to do stuff with, which I full-blown agree. I use it to bake stuff as well, but what I don't have is like a brush. So this will work perfectly. It allows you to get into the crevices and all that shit. Look at that. There's probably going to be somebody watching. You cuss too much. I apologize, okay? This is how we do this real life cooking show. Real life. Okay, by real peoples. So there we go. I don't know if you can full blown add more if you like. You can leave it as it is. You can legit cover them. And another thing I've done before is you can like encrust it, not encrust it, but I recommend like good like 3-4 more passes, a nice thick layer on there. Then you can throw it in the oven for about 10 minutes and it'll kind of harden a little bit. So, but that's what I got for you guys. So this is episode 2 of the Quarantine Cookout with the Smart Mark. I love that name that I just randomly came up with. So we've got chicken tenders on the list. We got French fries on the list. Ribs are on the list. Next week, maybe pasta. We'll see. You got to stay tuned to find out. Thanks all. Peace out.